My ex's new wife made my children call her mum. So let me just set the scene for you. It's Sunday at 4 p.m. and I'm picking my children up from their dad's house. They jump in the car and we start discussing what they've done with their weekend, all the fun that they've had with their dad. And then my youngest, my little boy, he says to me, "Mummy took us to the park." I say, "Do you mean Daddy, darling?" And he says, No, Mummy. Mummy took us to the park." Now, obviously, I'm extremely confused by this comment. And then my daughter interjects, and she's the oldest of my two children, but still only 5 years old. And she says to me, "Sharon told us to call her Mummy because it's easier and it just makes Daddy happy." So I think Sharon is being a sneaky little see you next Tuesday, and that she's doing this behind my ex's back, because surely he would have the respect for me as our children's mother to not let another woman tell our children to call her mum. Surely. So I phoned him up. And I let him know how unhappy I am with what's going on at the moment. I don't know what I expected from him. Shock? Anger? Certainly not laughing. He laughed and told me it's not that deep. So I told him, actually, this is extremely deep for me. And then he said, well, it does make sense because she is helping to raise our children every other weekend. You cannot just one day decide to pick the title mum and that's it, you've got it. It doesn't work like that. You earn that title. So I'm going to be very honest with you. I had some terrible ideas. I had some awful ideas of how I wanted to get my own back, how I wanted to get my revenge, and how I wanted to show Sharon that she is not mum. I even started looking into these ideas. But I got interrupted because I have two children. And that's when it dawned on me. If Sharon wanted to play mum, I was going to show her what that really meant. Fast forward 2 weeks. It's Friday afternoon and I'm dropping both of my children off to their dad's house for the weekend. So we arrive and they go running up the path to knock on the door. But I'm taking a little bit longer because I'm unloading the car. So up the path I come with my list of doctors, dentist, optician appointments. We've got a folder full of after-school clubs and their fees and how to make the payments. I have my little girl's homework pack, 3 subjects this weekend, which we would normally do on a Sunday night so as not to disrupt her time with her dad, but that's going to be done this weekend now. And also a meal plan, because my little girl is gluten intolerant and I normally prepare and make and send with her all of her meals for the weekend, but not this weekend. This weekend, Sharon has a meal plan. And lastly, the best bit. As I am walking up their path towards them, I am dragging 2 big bags of dirty laundry. I eventually make it to the door with my 2 huge bags of dirty laundry. And I just pass everything over to Sharon. And then I look her dead in the eye and I say, if you want to be mum, you better start playing the part. And then I leave. Sunday afternoon rolls around and I go to pick up my children. They come out of the house dragging 2 big bags of laundry, dirty laundry that hasn't been touched. I then get past my folders of appointments that they clearly don't want to take them to, after school clubs that they're obviously not going to pay for, and homework that hasn't been done. My children jump in the car and I say, how was your weekend? And they say it was good. We went to McDonald's with Daddy and Sharon. And I said, oh, Sharon, are we not calling her Mummy now? And my daughter said, no. Sharon said it's a bit confusing, so it's best to just call her Sharon. That's right. And you know what? I'm not mad that I have to do the laundry again. I'm not mad that we're going to be spending our Sunday night together doing homework. And I'm not mad that I will pay for the after-school clubs out of my pocket and I will take time off of work to take my children to their appointments because I'm mum.